Hello fine folk, welcome to the channel, and today we are doing chapter 3 of the Great War, and this is going to cover supply and structures. So we're in May 1918 and the American troops dig in at Montmirail in preparation for an attack from Châtillon-sur-Marne. Now that the power is in place, they turn their attention towards prepping the infrastructure of the region to better support the attack plan. So in the last episode, if you haven't seen that, catch up on our channel in our playlist. Episode 2, we moved all our forces into position here. We purchased a tank and an aircraft, and we did some spying. So now we're going to move on from there. So we placed our units, and he says, I believe we have sufficiently equipped our frontline trenches. Now we can turn to outline support for Montmirail. Okay, so select Montmirail. Our unit moved with the rest to Montmirail. As we neared the trench line, we could see the siege artillery setting up well away from where we would be fighting. Those guns were designed to pound trenches. I would hate to be under one of those shells when they landed. So, units, siege artillery. Siege artillery are unique units in that they do not appear on the battlefield. Instead, they allow you to use siege bombardment in battles. They do not affect this unity of command, and any siege artillery still in the region when it is captured will be lost. Okay, so I thought this was artillery here. Is that what it's referring to? I don't know. It sounds like it's off. Sounds as if it doesn't appear on the battlefield, so it can't be that one. Okay. Just as we depend on spies to gain information, we did that in the last episode, so does the enemy. To that end, we should set up counter-intelligence to prevent them from learning about our offensive. So in the last episode, we did the spying mission, and it affects every enemy square adjacent to your square. But if they've got a counter spy in there, then that affects what you can get from the spy mission. So in this, he's telling us here to do counterintelligence. So we can apply that to our own regions. And it lasts for 5 turns and prevents all enemy espionage in the region. Each time it prevents an attack, its duration is reduced. So this is the counter intel. Okay, so that was region intel and that was army intel. We looked at that in episode 2. We're now going to go on to counter intel. Okay. So it says success. Unlike other espionage missions, counterintelligence does not suffer from risk. It always works, but loses duration when it succeeds. Okay, so we've got 5 turns here of counterintelligence underway. Now, you have been using gold reserves to bolster our troops and add firepower to the lines. We did that in the purchase menu in the last game, which is this button here. On the battlefield, however, supply is needed, not gold. A soldier without ammunition or bandages is a soldier who cannot fight. An artillery cannon with no shells is nothing but a rock to hide behind. That is true. So, the supply is the currency used during battle. Supply is used to build trenches and other defences, to call reinforcements, and to activate abilities such as artillery fire and air missions. So this is the global supply that we've got. So it says supply is used for all in-battle purchases. Each region can draw from this bank per battle using a supply pipeline, with the amount limited to what its supply depot can hold. Global supply must be purchased with gold reserves. Okay. So he made sense. Our packs contain our essential rounds of ammunition, some first aid supplies, and hygiene necessities. But there's no way we could carry enough ammunition for an extended battle. The supply trucks could bring in what we needed, but if we had a more permanent storage solution, we could fight without worry. So each unit on the strategic map, with the exception of siege artillery, because it's not visible on the map, grants a set amount of supply to the region. This is refreshed for each battle. Okay. Supply depots allow us to store what we need for combat in a safe location and keep it in reserve for that region. Without them, you can only use what your supply troops can carry with them. So, a supply depot allows you to pull from the global supply bank, which I believe is this one, the global supply, to supplement the supply from your units. As one of the most important structures you can build, they are essential if you want to bring the full might of your army to bear against the enemy. So now we have to click on this button here. It costs us 900 gold and increases the supply cap for the region. What's this button do? The supply pipeline is the amount of supply that the region can draw from the global supply. So, and it has to have a supply depot to pull from the global bank. So we have to have one of these, which costs 900 gold or whatever. And then with this, it allows us to have 400 from this global amount. So that to be purchased allows us to draw that from that, which is the global supply. Okay. And okay, so what do we have to do now? There are 6 different structures available in the campaign, each with its own bonuses. All of them have multiple levels that increase in power as you upgrade. So it's these. I don't know what they are at the moment, but it's not telling me. Okay. Oh, and that's it. So that's it for that tutorial. That was nice and short. So we'll leave that there, and we'll continue chapter 4 in the next video. And so until next time, arrivederci.